Alright, Dodgers Nation, strap in tight because what I'm about to unleash is pure dynamite, the kind that could blow up the entire MLB landscape. Imagine this. The Los Angeles Dodgers, the behemoth that's been crushing dreams in the National League West like a bulldozer on steroids, just dropped a seismic bombshell that's got fans in full revolt, rival general managers sweating bullets, and the media spinning wild theories. One innocuous seeming move, Ryan Ward officially added to the 40-man roster, and kaboom. The whole free agency chessboard shatters into a million pieces. Is this the Dodgers' master plan to cement their dynasty, or a catastrophic misfire that's about to expose their house of cards? Are they conspiring to manipulate the rules for an unfair edge, or is this just blind arrogance from a front office that's gotten too big for its britches? Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't your average roster update. This is a full-blown conspiracy thriller unfolding in real time, and if you think the Dodgers are just adding depth, you're in for the shock of your life. Let's tear this apart because the truth is about to hit harder than a Ward home run. Let's break this down step by agonizing step, because the outrage isn't just bubbling, it's boiling over like a volcano ready to erupt. Yesterday, the reports slammed in like a tidal wave. Ryan Ward, the Dodgers' homegrown power bat, gets the green light on the 40-man roster. Sounds routine, right? Dead wrong. This isn't just slotting in a player. It's the spark that ignites a wildfire of controversy, forcing the Dodgers into a corner they might not escape. Why the hysteria? Because with Ward locked in, the team is telegraphing a platoon strategy in the outfield, lefty Ward paired with righty Alex Call, that deadline pickup who's now staring down his first arbitration year. He barely touched the field after the trade, a pitiful 85 plate appearances during the regular season and a laughable 15 in the World Series. But Ward? He's a monster, slashing .290 with a .937 OPS and leading the Dodgers in homers last year. The public reaction? Absolute fury. Fans are flooding social media with rants like, "This is reckless, they're gambling with the future," and "Dodgers are playing God again." Media outlets are calling it a bold gamble on ESPN, but Bleacher Report's headlines scream Dodgers risky roster roulette. Here's the crazy part. This Ward bombshell is inextricably linked to Dalton Rushing, the 22-year-old catcher prodigy who's now the lone backup behind Will Smith. And the catalyst? The Reds swooping in to claim Ben Rortvedt off waivers, a veteran you could count on in any pinch. No more safety net, folks. Now the Dodgers are at a brutal crossroads. Keep Rushing chained to the plate, or thrust him into the outfield where he might flourish or flop spectacularly. The outrage is everywhere, fans are outraged, execs are scrambling, and the league is watching with bated breath. Is this the Dodgers hedging against a free agent flop, or a desperate pivot that could derail their season? People are furious, and rightfully so. This isn't just a move, it's a powder keg waiting to explode. To truly grasp the madness swirling around Chavez Ravine, we gotta dive deep into the backgrounds of these key players in the Dodgers' machine-like operation. Start with Ryan Ward. This 25-year-old outfielder is a Dodgers lifer, drafted in 2019 and molded in their farm system. Last season he erupted with 20 homers, 70 RBIs, and that eye-popping .290/.937/line, pure left-handed thunder that scouts say comes from elite bat speed and an uncanny ability to punish fastballs. But he's not just a hitter, he's got speed, 15 steals, and a cannon arm, though his defense has been a work in progress. Ward's journey? From Double-A dominance to MLB call-ups, he's earned his stripes, but questions linger about his readiness for full-time duty. Then there's Dalton Rushing, the crown jewel of the Dodgers' 2020 draft class, picked third overall. At 22 he's already flashed five-tool potential, an elite arm that ranks in the top 5% for framing and blocking, plus raw power that could translate to 20-plus homers annually. But his MLB debut last year? A rough 53 games with a .220 average, high strikeouts, and minimal pop, a stark contrast to his AAA tear, .280 with 15 homers. Rushing's background screams future star, but he's battled inconsistency, and the Dodgers see him as versatile. He even logged time in center field last season. Alex Call? The 28-year-old righty they nabbed at the deadline, a speed merchant with 20-plus steals and solid contact, but his power is pedestrian, under 10 homers. He's arbitration eligible now, so his role is evolving. Will Smith? The 28-year-old Iron Man who's been the Dodgers' backbone, catching 140-plus games a year with gold glove defense and steady offense, .250/.320/.400-ish. And Ben Rortvedt? The 32-year-old veteran backup they just lost, reliable, no-nonsense, and now bolstering the Reds' depth. The Dodgers' front office, under Andrew Friedman and Brandon Gomez, is legendary for aggressive moves, but this feels like a high-stakes gamble. They've built a juggernaut with stars like Mookie Betts, traded away, and Shohei Ohtani, but rushing's development is their Achilles heel. Fans know Ward's a plug-and-play option, but rushing? He's the wild card. Can he handle the pressure of being the only backup? The team's history of bold rebuilds, like flipping prospects for Betts, makes this move feel calculated, but one slip and it's chaos. Now buckle up for the conspiratorial deep dive because nothing in this game is random, especially with the Dodgers pulling strings. Why drop Ward on the 40-man now, smack in the middle of free agency frenzy? Is this a diversion tactic, a smokescreen to mask bigger plans? Let me lay it out. Insiders like Jack Harris are reporting the Dodgers are eyeing outfield reinforcements, and Ward fits perfectly, right field with Paxton in center and Ohtani in left. But that platoon with Call? Suspicious as hell. Are they prepping for a blockbuster like Kyle Tucker, using Ward as a low-cost placeholder to avoid overcommitting? Or is this manipulation to force rushing into the outfield, clearing the catching lane for a free agent titan like JT Realmuto? Picture the boardroom, Friedman and Gomez huddled, whispering about strategic depth. By letting Rortvedt walk on waivers, they eliminated the veteran buffer, betting everything on rushing. Coincidence? Not a chance. This reeks of a grand conspiracy, a calculated imbalance to create an unfair edge. Rushing in the outfield could unlock his at-bats, but if it backfires, it's a development disaster. What if the Dodgers are hiding doubts about Smith's durability? Rumors swirl of Smith nursing a nagging issue, forcing this pivot. League whispers say this is Friedman playing 4D chess, but one misstep and it's checkmate. Are they conspiring with agents to inflate values? Or manipulating waivers to weaken rivals? The intrigue is off the charts. Is this genius or a trap? Fans are screaming conspiracy and I say dig deeper. To see the full picture, let's compare this Dodgers drama to past league upheavals and team patterns. Because history rhymes and the outrage is echoing loud. Remember the Dodgers' 2017 blockbuster for Betts? They flipped top prospects for a star, reshaping the outfield overnight. This Ward ad feels like that, a bold, low-risk play to test waters. But for rushing? It's eerily similar to the Astros developing Jose Altuve in the outfield before locking him at second. Altuve became a legend, but rushing's not there yet. League-wide, teams like the Yankees hoarded catchers, think Gary Sanchez's boom-bust cycle, while the Dodgers are gambling on youth like they did with Corey Seager. Rushing's potential platoon? Mirrors the Phillies' Realmuto bouncing between catcher and outfield. It worked for Philly's depth, but Philly had vets like Wilson Ramos. Here, ditching Rortvedt is like the Mets waving a key cog in 2020, short-sighted and reckless. Fans are drawing parallels to the Dodgers' 2020 fire sale. Are they rebuilding already? The outrage? Justified. This isn't isolated. It's a pattern of big-market teams bending rules for imbalance. Compared to the Padres' conservative builds or the Giants' prospect hoarding, the Dodgers look like bullies. Is this the dawn of another dynasty, or a repeat of the Astros sign-stealing scandal fallout? The stakes are sky-high. Alright, let's surgically dissect the depth chart, because this is where the tension ratchets up to DEFCON 1. With Ward on the 40-man, your outfield is a powerhouse. Assume Tucker signs for right, Paxton anchors center, Ohtani man's left, and Ward/Call platoon as depth. But the catcher spot? A nightmare waiting to happen. Well, Smith is your rock, durable, elite defender, but now rushing is the sole backup. No Rortvedt means zero margin for error. If Smith strains a quad, you're scrambling. Salary dynamics? Ward's addition chews into the 40-man cap, limiting free agency flexibility. Think $300 million commitments already straining the payroll. Rushing's development? Arbitration looms. Shoving him to outfield could accelerate his growth but risk stunting his catching skills. Positional issues. Rushing can handle center defensively, he did 20-plus games last year, but offensively he's not MLB ready yet. Depth chart woes. If rushing platoons outfield, catching thins out, no pinch-hitting options for Smith. Hypotheticals? Scheme a double switch. Yank Smith for a hitter, slide rushing in, plug Ward or Call. But it's risky, overwork rushing and his bat stalls. Fans are outraged. Why not sign a vet like Yen Gomez? This imbalances the roster, outfield glut, catching famine. With free agency approaching, it's a predicament. Trade prospects for a catcher, or double down on rushing. The Dodgers need to choose wisely or this blows up. Time to geek out on the scouting report because numbers tell the story, and there's screaming intrigue. Ryan Ward, strengths? Elite power, 20 hours, 70 RBIs last year, projects 25 plus annually, plus contact, .290 average, and discipline, low K%. Weaknesses? Defense, range is average, glove work shaky in center. Stats, .290/.360/.577/15 SB, projections. If he hits .280 with 25 hours, he's a steal. Alex Call, Speed King, 20 plus SB, contact machine, .280 average, but powers MIA, 8 hours. Together, a platoon terror. Dalton rushing, strengths? Elite defense, top framing, blocking, raw power, 15 hours in AAA, and versatility. Weaknesses? MLB offense lags, .220/.280/.350 in 53 games, high K%, 25%. AAA stats, .280/.350/.500 with 15 hours, projections. With time, .260/.330/.450 in 20 hours by 2025. But outfield shift? Could boost AB's 100 plus games, but defense might suffer. Scouting consensus, Ward's ready, rushing's a project. The imbalance? Dodgers gain pop but risk regression. Intrigue, will rushing's arm translate? Hypotheticals, if he hits .250 in outfield, boom, if not, disaster. Oh, the league is erupting, folks, rivals are apoplectic. Padres fans? Dodgers are stacking the deck, unfair. Giants execs? Panicking because Ward signals Tucker, making LA invincible. Media frenzy, ESPN calls it innovative, but Fox Sports says arrogant gamble. Astros GM Dana Brown shaded, bold moves. Yankees covet rushing for their depth. Social media? Hashtag Dodgers conspiracy trends with fans like, this ruins balance. Outrage from small markets. Pirates GM calls it big market bullying. What? It imbalances the West, Dodgers dominate. Reactions, fury, envy, shock. Rivals plot counters, trades incoming? Zoom out, this reshapes everything. Season? 100 wins if rushing shines, collapse if not. Free agency? Signals no real Muto chase. Balance? Hurts small teams. Long term? Dynasty or downfall? Stakes, epic. Few we've unraveled this Dodgers web. Ward's ad, rushing's gamble, the outrage. Genius or blunder? What do you think, catcher or outfield for rushing? Cuero trade? Comment below. Like, subscribe, share. Your takes fuel videos. Stay tuned, saga continues.